Welcome to the podcast, everyone. My name is Matt Lipari, here with you on this fine, I don't know what day of the week it is, any day. I think it's a Tuesday today. If you want to support the podcast, go to meetsangria.com. If you don't, that's fine. You can just listen to me for free, and I will be homeless very soon. No, I won't. If you can't see how I'm dressed, I am playing pickleball later. I'm wearing my pickleball outfit. I've never played pickleball before. I have no idea how I'm supposed to dress. I kind of look like if you ordered a stripper dressed as a sailor online. This is how he would show up. Not saying I offer stripping activities on the side, but for the right price, ladies and men, I will be available for your bar mitzvah, grandma's funeral, whatever you need. I will be there. So I'm playing pickleball. I got this headband. I got a bunch on Amazon for the sweat. This is when I put this headband on, you can kind of see how much I'm really balding. This is a very visual section of the podcast. Like there's just gaps in my hair that shouldn't be there. The angle of the headband is going around. There's just like, it's not great. I have to push it up a little bit more. But it does complement my curly hair quite nicely. So that's pretty good. But I don't know how to dress. I don't even know what pickleball is. I have no idea the rules. So they're going to have to teach me who I'm playing with. I don't know what goes on with that. In my mind, it's like an old person sport, but it's also not. It's like if you're too fat to play tennis, you play pickleball. In my mind. I'm not too fat to play tennis, but I don't know. I'm just having these visions. I don't even know. Ping pong, I guess ping pong is not for fat people. Well, I guess it is. I don't know. Every sport is for fat people. I'm not being fat phobic here. But I truly don't know anything about pickleball. I don't know how we're even going to play. I'm just going to show up and have someone hold my hand. It's like the kindergarten rope. I need to be led to the pickleball field. I don't know why it's called pickleball. I don't know anything. Don't know anything. I'm not even going to postulate. I'll give you an update next time when I've actually played covered in sweat. An update on the Con Ed saga. Just put my arm around this chair as if I was like trying to make a move on a lady. Like, hey, my secret move. Y'all learned it. An update on the Con Ed saga. So finally a guy came here. I don't know what I've last told you guys about, but basically, if you don't know the Con Ed saga, they're charging me $850 a month for no reason. They just make up the bill. They say it themselves. It's just always $850 a month. So it's like, guys, I live by myself. There's no way that's how much my bill is. And whatever, things didn't happen, so I submitted a government complaint. I forget which agency. And then they started actually working on it. So they came here, and the guy, we did some like testing. We're like turning on meters and switches. They said the meter they thought was mine is actually my neighbor's meter. Which I'm like, okay. There's no one that lives in my neighbor's apartment. It's an empty apartment. I went in there yesterday for the first time. I hear them doing construction in there or something. It looks like a fucking Saw apartment. Like the bathroom in there, I'm not joking, looks like you would hide dead bodies. It's the strangest looking apartment. The control panel is in the bathroom. It's gigantic for no reason. The bathroom is huge and there's just like everything's white. It looks like an insane asylum bathroom. So I was like, this place fucking sucks. But that's my neighbor. No one lives there. So they're charging an empty apartment. They're estimating it to be $850 a month. So he said we're charging you, your meters hooked up to your neighbor's thing, as if that fixed any of my issues with what's happening. Like, it doesn't change anything in my mind. I don't know. It makes no sense. So whatever. So, that's one thing. He said, well, we'll clear it up. Your whole bill's going to get wiped out. They were charging me for gas. I don't even have gas here. They gaslit me into thinking, that's not a gas joke, into thinking my oven was made of gas. It's an electric oven. But I was like, they're charging me for gas, so I must have gas. That's just me being stupid. But, okay, that's one thing. And then I got a bill the same day. They sent me a bill, Con Ed. They're like, you owe us negative $500. That means they owe me $500. I don't know what happened, but I went online and like, yeah, your current bill is negative $500. We give you a $3,000 credit because my bill before was $850 a month for 3 months. So I don't know what the heck's happening. They're like, you need to pay your negative $500. Okay, if I send you a negative check, does that mean you give me money? What happens? What is going on at Con Ed? I think they just have it set in the system. It's like, if the amount you owe is not zero, we send you a message. So they don't even check for negatives because that's not even a possibility. And she also called me, a random lady was like, hey, since you had so much trouble, we're giving you a $50 credit on your bill. I was like, thanks. That's so nice of you, $50. Well, don't spend it all in one place. So I hate Con Edison, but at least I think things are getting fixed. Thankfully, the government, who would have thought? I would have thought the government was useful, but they're actually helping me. So if you have a problem with Con Edison or probably any state, well, I don't know, New York is fairly liberal, but if you have a problem in New York with your energy, the government agency, they'll fix it all right up. I guess, I don't know what punishment, like, what can they do to Con Ed that makes Con Ed actually get things done? It seems like they would be able to do nothing. Maybe they just have, like, Con Ed CEO's family members hostage, Joe Biden has these like tickling them in the basement of the White House. That was weird. But I would support that because, like I said, I wanted to assassinate the CEO of Con Edison. Now I'd settle for just a light spanking of the CEO. If it's a woman, too, it's the same thing. It would bring me more pleasure if it was a man. Okay, not really. All right, current events. Let's move on to something more fun. We have a lot of people going crazy right now because they think Haitians are cutting the heads off ducks in Ohio or whatever that is, or Illinois. I don't remember where it was. What I say to that is it's about time. It's about time ducks got what they deserve. You ever give a duck bread and they run away from you? They don't even say thanks. You know how sad that makes me feel? It makes me feel like the ugly duckling. I'm tired of it. They make me feel like the most disgusting man in the world. They're like, we'll take your bread, but we don't want to look at you. We don't want to speak to you. So ducks need to learn some respect is what I've been saying. So maybe if they came up to me and was like, we're not sure if you're going to cut our head off or feed us bread, they would be a little bit more respectful. The duck in the video with the lemonade stand, the duck walked up to the lemonade stand. That's a respectful duck. He's asking for grapes, but he speaks English at least. He's entertaining conversation. That's a misrepresentation of ducks. No other ducks do that. The Aflac duck, he doesn't even say words. Not even any famous ducks. Donald Duck, he doesn't even speak English. That's what he sounds like. Incomprehensible. You've been in this country for how long? 30 years? Not even 30. 100 years, Donald? You didn't even speak English? I truly am turning into an old white lady in like a Alabama Walmart yelling at immigrants. You've been in this country for how long and you don't speak our language? Donald? Scrooge McDuck? Why are there so many Disney ducks? There's like 3 little baby ducks. Are those Donald's kids? I don't even know. Like Donald's cousins? Are they just like midgets too? Or not midgets, little people? I don't know if midget's a slur anymore. Sometimes I say it. Midget and retarded, I'll say. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know if they're the same age as Donald. It's all confusing. Disney has made a mess of their duck continuity. Truly, I just need to watch. I actually didn't look at it all. Maybe they haven't. But in my mind, it's just all over the place. And none of them speak proper words. I don't know how Mickey and Goofy, even Goofy speaks stupid, but I don't know how any of them understand him. So what I'm saying is if they got to get their heads cut off once in a while, so be it. No, I'm actually kidding. I guess... I don't know if it's true. I mean, I'm sure partially there's definitely immigrant people that come to this country and just like hunt wild animals or animals they shouldn't be eating and eat them. You know, we've seen videos of people catching pigeons in the park. I'm sure they're eating them. But you know, on Twitter, it's becoming a very popular right-wing talking point right now. On Twitter, we're like, oh, they're coming for your cats. They're coming for your pets. Guys, this is like ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Should they be killing ducks in the park? No, they shouldn't. But I mean, I get it. Like, probably where they're from. Like, when I said I ate manatee, I've eaten manatee before I went to Brazil. These people, like, some people where they're from, they just eat everything. They don't care about what's allowed to be eaten. They're hungry, they eat it. They need food, they eat it. They kill dolphins, they kill manatees. You know, so it's a culture change to come here and not be able to kill the duck. There's a perfectly good duck. Why can't we eat him? He's sitting there just eating duckweed. The ducks don't know. The ducks have no predators out here. Well, they probably do have some, but not the humans. So we're honestly hurting ducks more by giving them bread because they think we're safe, and then they go up to a guy and who's going to cut his head off. But I eat duck all the time. I like duck. I'm sure they've been caught the right way by shooting them in the sky. The only way I want my ducks killed is by shooting them in the fucking face. But yeah, I don't know. It's just a cultural thing. I think maybe we need to do a better job Americanizing people when they come to this country. I don't really know. I'm sure, like, obviously we want people to keep their culture. It's a very important part of American society to have like all these different melting pot of cultures. But, you know, I guess why do they need to be killing ducks? That's the problem. Maybe is duck too expensive, or they just, I don't know. I really don't know. But the ideas of them killing cats and dogs, I doubt that's happening. I feel like there's very few societies that just eat cats and dogs. I feel like that's a very known animal not to eat. But I mean, I would, like, honestly, if I was offered that to eat, I probably said this before, I would eat it. But I would never do it. I would never kill them. And I mean, it's happened like in my family. My dad always tells this story when he was younger. Like he called it a pet rabbit, but I'm not sure, more just like he was a child and they had a rabbit around. And then like one day, his grandma just cooked it up into like a stew, like his pet rabbit, and he was mortified. That's just like what they did. I mean, that wasn't a wild rabbit, but they would have caught a wild rabbit. They would have gone running through the street trying to catch a rabbit just to make stew. That's what they did. So, I mean, plenty of it. It's just an immigrant thing. Like, you come to this country and, you know, 50 years ago, I mean, the stories he told also from eating food at like lunch. Like it was always just some like tripe or liver or something. Like they don't eat that now. When is my grandfather and grandparents? They're not eating like I'm sure they would, but that's not on the menu that often. So just things change. You become more Americanized. You're like, we don't have to eat. We don't have to eat organs every day, guys. We don't have to kill animals in the street. We can just buy them, which is not even that much better because they're dying anyway from some other means. It's slightly less gruesome, I guess, but that's just the way it goes. So it's just another anti-immigration thing people are talking about. Oh, we're letting these savages in. I'm seeing a bunch of AI-generated images of Donald Trump running through the street with cats, and there's like a bunch of Haitian people following them. It's just the most insane pictures that are so ridiculous. Probably Facebook moms are eating it up. Oh my God, Chester, get in the house. The Haitians are coming. So I feel bad for the Haitians. But yeah, probably stop eating ducks. I don't know. I don't know many Haitian people, so I'm sure there's a reason. I mean, they're also not even illegal immigrants. This was like a group of legal. It's like a Haitian community in. I really wish I double checked the location. I thought it was Ohio, but now I'm thinking like, I think that it's in Springfield. So is that Springfield, Ohio? Springfield, Illinois? I don't know, but it's in the Midwest somewhere. There's a Haitian community, and this is what they're doing. So I don't know. What are you gonna do? Fun current. I like these. That's a fun current event. When you hear people cutting heads off ducks, you're like, I can make jokes about that. I can talk about poultry. What is it? Water. I was gonna say waterfowl. That's such an enlightened word to say for birds. The waterfowl. Let's go check on the swan. If they were cutting heads off swans, people would be going crazy. People do that though. Swans are really cool. We used to feed swans. My grandpa used to live on the water in Long Island. He used to have a beautiful house on the water, and there would be swans every time we came there. So what a luxury. Like my life has been so easy. I had a beautiful oceanside house that I could go to when I was younger. What a cakewalk it's been for me. Now we have boar's head meat. Boar's head meat is killing a bunch of people. I honestly think boar's head has been riding on their brand name for way too long. Their meat is not even that good. It's fine, but like my dad in his mind's like, you gotta get the boar's head. You gotta get the fucking boar's head. Bro, it's not that good. Like there's plenty of other meat. Subway meat is better than that. Subway meat that everyone hates. They think it's mystery meat molded into shapes. Subway's even made a new shield in front of their meat. Every Subway you go to is just shielding their meat. Probably because it's mystery meat. I think it's the same, if not better, than boar's head. And of course, boar's head's killing people left and right. You gotta, when your mom goes to the grocery store to buy some ham, you gotta send her off to war. Please, you put a ribbon on your door. Please get her home safely, please. The listeria's coming. I don't know what that's from. I don't know. Some people are, of course, everyone makes it political. They're like, oh, Donald Trump laxed the meat industry safety regulations. I don't know. Are we turning back into the early, what is that, the 20s or the 30s when they're putting sawdust in sausages and whatever? The Jungle, that book, which I think have I read the book? I don't know. I forgot. I think I have read that book. Just awful possibilities to be eating. You know, they're eating like meat with rat droppings in it. We need regulation because we cannot trust companies to run themselves. I'm sorry. We cannot. If you gave honestly, even most people, like I'm going to say CEOs, but most people, think about this. If you gave someone a button, say, if you press this button, you'll get $10 million, but 10 people will die in this country. 10 people will die. Would they press it? A lot of people would press that. Could be them that dies. Probably not. You could say 10 people would die, and it's probably not going to be your family. It's definitely not going to be you. It's probably not going to be anyone you know. Would they press it? Yes, people would press it. I would not press it, but people would press it. So it's the same thing, right? If we can cut back on regulating our meat, we don't have, I don't even know what they regulate meat with. We put less actual meat. We add more sawdust to the meat, thereby saving $10 million a year. Goes directly into the CEO's pocket. But 10 people will die because we're giving them diseases. I think 9 people have died from listeria. Would you do it? And most CEOs would probably be like, of course, I need a new lake house. I need to go on another vacation and rename my yacht. So we can't trust them. They need to be forced to do the right thing. And these things are very important. So, I mean, even one, like $500,000 to kill one person, I think like so many of them would do it. They've poured their life into some of these companies, they would do it. And it's, we shouldn't even give that an option. Like that shouldn't be an option for them. That's what I'm saying. We need to make it so that's not an option. So I don't know the deal with this listeria stuff. I'm not buying boar's head. I'm scared to buy other meats, honestly, but I have been buying some. But boar's head, bro. I feel like there was a story. One of my friends used to work at some deli, I think. I remember he was like, we're not even selling real boar's head. They would just like replace the label. And they buy like cheaper meat and they just say it's boar's head. Good for them, honestly. They saved so many lives. They should be looked at as heroes. They're secretly they're making more money off boar's head. They're already greedy. It's like the greed is compounding, but it's actually working in someone's favor. So I would trust them with the boar's head, but I don't know. I think when a company gets too big, these companies from the early whatevers, 20s, 30s, early 1900s, they've had it too easy. They've made a brand name for themselves. We can't trust them. We can't fucking trust boar's head. What the heck? All right, let's move on to more fun topics. No more killing people. Except this is actually about killing people. Hypothetical question for you guys. I think we should ask a hypothetical question every time in this podcast. Get you guys involved. Get the audience interested. As I sip my water. How many chickens, I've been asked this question before, how many chickens do you think you can take in a fight if you were just in a room with chickens and they were all trying to kill you? How many chickens could you kill before they kill you, basically? And I think my answer used to be like 5. I was trying to be realistic. I was like, probably 5. They have razor sharp talons, by the way. They're vicious. They're like on caffeine, steroided up chickens. The ones that have like 80 breasts that you can slice up and they sell in the grocery store. Like, that's not possible. They're coming at you. How many could you kill? I think I'm going to update my number to about 30 right now. I really think I was underestimating the power of... Imagine I'm in the room and I just close my eyes and I'm like, put my arms out like this. If you can't see, I'm looking like Christ the Redeemer statue, but with fists, and I just spin around really fast in a circle. I'm like a dreidel that's just like Beyblading around, fighting anti-Semitism. That was a crazy reference. I'm just whacking chickens. I really think I underestimated that technique because I think the chickens are going to be flailing all over the place. They're going to be I'm going to beat the fuck out of some chickens. So would they adapt to the strategy? Of course. They would scratch my legs, and they razor sharp talons, right? So they're cutting my legs up, but I'm swinging around. I'm beating all these chickens to death. If I was just catching them one by one, like they're all swarming me, I think I could grab one, just be like, Gah! This is back to the duck thing. This is literally the same question. If it was ducks, I could fuck up some ducks, but chickens, they're a little bit more dangerous. They have beaks as well that are sharp. They have that little scrotum, whatever that gobble thing is in there, the crest, little scrotum ripping off chicken scrotum crests. Yeah, I'd fuck up some chickens. So think about that to yourself. Some people would say like 100. Guys, that's crazy. They're dinosaurs. Chickens are dinosaurs. Dinosaurs used to be birds, basically. Or birds used to be dinosaurs. That's wrong order. That's what we're saying. If you gave them feathers, dinosaurs, they'd be chickens. So imagine a bunch of little baby velociraptors. If you think about it that way, you're changing your story. I guess they don't have teeth, but I think they do. I think their beaks still have some like stuff. Maybe that's ducks, actually. Ducks have like hooks in their beaks, I think. But yeah, I'd fuck up some chickens. And then I wouldn't survive. I don't know what the game, like the hypothetical thing is, I just die anyway, but it's like my goal is to kill as many chickens as possible. Or maybe if I kill a certain amount, I get to live. I don't know. The game master here. Maybe that's what happens in my neighbor's apartment. I thought it was a saw trap. It's just like a chicken fight club. I do hear strange noises from there every once in a while. Drilling in the wall, some screaming. Could be a chicken fight. Look, oh my God, I can't speak English. Could be a chicken fight club. The door is actually always open to my neighbor's apartment. I could set up something in there. I could set up my own chicken fight club. They just leave it open just to do construction, I guess. I don't know. No one lives there, so it doesn't matter. But, yeah. I wonder if I'm right. There's no way. Someone should make a simulation. That'd be so cool. Like when AI and VR and stuff gets really good, which it's already very good, but when it gets really good and I can fight chickens in a simulation, we don't even have to have these conversations. This podcast is useless. They're going to look back on this and be like, imagine the days where we couldn't fight chickens virtually. I couldn't rip the heads off chickens. I can't imagine those days. I'm not going to be alive then, or maybe I will. All right, another hypothetical question. We got 2 today, double whammy. What part of the body do you think is the most delicious on a human? And my answer is probably the booty. And I'm not saying the internal workings. I'm saying the ass meat, the cheek meat itself. I don't want to say that I guess I've already started down this. I've never eaten booty the conventional way, the Mormon way, the old Catholic way. I've never done it. I don't know what that tastes like, but I can't imagine it's good. Well, it can only be bad or just like nothing. It can just be like Skin flavor. I'm so sorry that I did this. I'm really sorry. Back to the booty meat. Like on a pig, right? I don't know. Do we have like a filet mignon in our body? We might. That is a good question. Maybe we have like the human version. I don't know. I have to ask some cannibals. I know a couple cannibals. I give them a. We should have like a guest appearance. It's like the Pawn Stars calling an expert. Hey, here's my friend Rick the cannibal. I don't know, but I think the booty meat would really, especially on some people. Some of you ladies, like your booty is nice to look at, and a slice of that. That's what Boar's Head should be serving. Honestly, that's how you kill less people. Slice up your employees. Every time the CEO kills someone with listeria, we get a slice of his booty meat that we sell. Put on a Subway sandwich. But yeah, I think that would be good. I think the worst part would probably be like just like cartilage spots. Organs don't even count. I'm talking about meat. No one likes to eat organs except for old people. Guys, organs, come on. They don't taste that good. They taste fine, some of them. They're not that good. It's not a delicacy to eat organs. When I made that video recently, I made a video of it was calling some Spanish food. I said it looked like poop and toilet paper, and it did. It was blood pudding and I think some like pig skin or something, like pig fat. And so many people are calling me like, you have no idea how good Spanish food is. Guys, I get it. That food looked like poop and toilet paper. This happens all the time. I do this all the time and look like poop and toilet paper. And I don't know what to do about that. Like, obviously, it doesn't look good. Sure, your food is good. I know Spanish food is good. I've had it plenty of times. But that food is not good. Fucking grow up. Why do I have a feeling I talked about this last podcast? I'm doing a bad job of not remembering what I talked about. That is a problem. But yeah, so organ, I'm saying like, that's close to organ meat, right? Like blood sausage. I've never had it. I do have to eat it at some point, probably for a video. But organ meat, I used to go to Korean barbecue a lot. I still like to go. There's a spot by my parents' house that's still good. And sometimes it was all you can eat. Sometimes one or two times we ordered, it's like beef. I think it's called like beef Obama some or something, but it's beef organs. And it's like an intestinal tract. And I can eat like tripe, stomach I can eat. If it's cleaned and properly, I can eat it. I actually like it. The texture is really nice. I like some like cartilage stuff. I like the texture. But this was just like, it was like the organ and it was filled with like pus. And it was so just like unappealing to look at. And I don't know, the taste might have been fine, but I just put it in my mouth. I was like, oh, it's like creamy. And then what is that cream? I don't even know what that is. Is that a cannoli, bro? Is that a demonic cannoli? What is this? I couldn't eat that. So all you can eat, they bring it like a fuck ton. We're like, Jesus Christ, I don't want to eat this. So I got to hide the fucking beef organs. It's disgusting. And no one likes eating organs. People do, but they don't really like it. They just haven't eaten anything better. It's like, it's the exact scenario. Once you've found that you can actually eat real food, you don't have to kill ducks in the park. Plenty of other foods you can eat. So organs are off. I think muscles that get used a lot are not good either. So the butt muscles, no, you're not using your butt muscles. You're just sitting down. Like my booty, I don't use my booty for anything. My ass would taste amazing. Try my ass, I dare you. Everyone gets a taste. All my followers will send you a little piece. Try my booty. Like arm, I guess like if you have like grandma chicken wing arms, like those flabby arms, those probably taste good too. Imagine eating a human wing. That's a bingo wing, is that what they call it? I'll take some buffalo bingo wings, please. That's what they do at the Cannibal Cafe. Yeah, I don't know. I think ass is the easy answer. Nothing else. I mean, I've eaten bull penis before for a video. That was fine. That honestly tasted fine. But that wouldn't be the ass would taste way better. Cheek meat, maybe. We don't have that much. Humans are not very plump. Some of us are, but I guess like stomach fat might be good too. I don't know. We're not that plump. The second I say stomach fat, I'm like self-conscious about my belly. I got to burn it off playing pickleball later. But yeah, I think ass is the right answer. And if you think, these are questions for the audience, guys. So if you think differently, please share with the class. Share how many chickens you can fight off, and then what the most appetizing part of the body is. You can also answer what my most appetizing part of the body is. Like, what do you look at me? Give me a full rundown right here. I'll give you I can't get up. The microphone's locking me in. But just think. Imagine my body. Everyone in Exercise with a Reader. Imagine my body and think about eating it. And let me know, because that's what I want everyone watching this to do, to think about my body. And no, I'm kidding. Don't do that. That was weird. Anyway, what else we have? All right, this is the part where we get into the most random topics. I was thinking about middle school. Middle school was really fun for me. Middle school was my favorite school I've been to. I think some people don't go to, like, middle school started in sixth grade for me. A lot of people, it starts in seventh grade, which I don't really get. There's like 2 years you go to a different school for some reason. And the way my schools in New York are kind of weird because, like, you kind of don't go to the same school with everyone you've known for your whole life. Like, the change from elementary school to middle school, we lost a lot of people. I would say probably 60% of the kids I went to elementary school with went to my middle school. So that was a good amount. And then high school, probably 1% of the kids I went to middle school went to my high school. So everyone kind of disperses after middle school. That's how it goes in New York City. There's a million different schools to go to. I could have gone to like one of the public schools, and then probably more people would have gone. But I went to a private school. I was held in a monastery at a Franciscan high school where they beat me with chains. No, they didn't. It was fine. But middle school was more fun. Middle school was just, I don't remember doing homework ever. I've always been a good student. I never really cared that much about my grades or doing the work, but I always did it. I didn't really put that much effort into a lot of things, but it's fine. I don't remember doing homework. I just remember having fun. But the moment I was thinking was, this is the biggest time I was ever a snitch. This is my top, we're doing a top 10 snitch compilation, top 10 Matt Lipari snitch compilation. Number 1 is right here. And I feel so bad about it to this day. But it was also barely, it's just the end result was so bad. Basically, it was math class, I think in 7th grade. Math class, 7th grade. And we had a math teacher. We all liked him. He was, I'm not going to say their names, but he was of Middle Eastern descent. He was an older man, very nice, fun guy. We all we could joke around. He made jokes in the class. Well, I mean, for 7th graders, it wasn't like telling raunchy jokes. I don't know why that even came to mind. But I forgot what he was doing, but he was like putting a tissue over his mouth or something. He was like pretending. He put like a tissue over his mouth. He was like talking through it. And then the kid next to me, I'm not going to say his name either, just a young lad. He was kind of like a little bit, maybe underdeveloped, I want to say. I'm not like, I don't know, he was a little scrawny and maybe like he was a little bit too goofy. And he just like was like, Mr. I don't want to say his name, Mr. Rocky, we'll call him that. Mr. Rocky, you look like a terrorist. And he was like laughing. He's like, he looks like a terrorist. And the teacher didn't hear that. And I thought it was funny. I was like, yeah, he kind of does. Like back in your 12th grade mind, you're like, yeah, he kind of does look like he's like wearing like the, whatever, like a face wrap or like turban. So I like told the teacher, I was like, oh, we're all going to laugh at this. This is funny. I was like, Mr. Rocky, he said you look like a terrorist, and he blew up. That was such a bad joke. That was not even intentional. That was so bad. He went wild on us. He was the most angry I've seen a man in a long time. He was like, what? You said I look like and the kid started crying, and I was like, oh my God. No, I don't know if I was not the one to say that. I think he repeated it a couple times. He just was kept laughing. He's like, you look like a terrorist. So the teacher might have heard it. Like, I don't know if it was directly me, but my saying it was the one that got him to notice. I felt so bad. I didn't get in trouble because I was just like blaming. I was like, this fucking guy. And so that kid was removed from our class. I don't know if that was at the teacher's will. Like in 7th grade, we had the same class. I guess that's how it goes. Like we stayed together for like math, English, blah, blah, blah. And then there were like a few extracurriculars we like dispersed or split up. But it was like you had the same class. He got moved to a different class. And we stayed with that class 7th and 8th grade. So he was just gone. He was like I don't know how to describe it. Just got kicked out of the club. And there was like a refugee we're not allowed to talk to. Not a refugee, something else. He was ostracized. Perfect. Trying to go through my middle school vocabulary words. Gotta embody that. So he was kicked out. And we're like, oh my God. And I felt so bad. I don't think he held any ill will towards me. Like I said, he was a little bit underdeveloped. He was the runt of the class. So I don't think he really, like, I felt bad. I was like, oh my God, I feel like such shit for doing that. But yeah, I don't think he held any ill will towards me. And I don't know what's happening. I'm sure he's doing fine now. But it was just kind of crazy. It was the most anger I've ever seen. And I get it, right? It's like he doesn't want to be associated with, maybe he had some past with fleeing his country. I don't remember where the country was from. So I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, that was so I had a great time in middle school. That included that, like, you really didn't sour anything at all. But yeah, I felt bad. I was removing my competition for the most giddy, fun person in the class. I think I was the class clown in middle school. That was the only time I was really the class clown, was middle school times. In high school depend. It changed a little bit. It was like some classes I was, and some classes I wouldn't speak at all. It was growing pains in high school. It was interesting. But yeah. So if you ever call me a rat, I will have to accept it because that's what I've done. I can't remember a single time otherwise that I've ratted on someone that was actually bad. I can't remember at all. I've no like that was the only time, and that was like such a ridiculous time. Like I can't imagine if that happened later, like in high school, it might have been worse. Could have possibly been worse. I don't know. But poor guy. Poor that might have changed the trajectory of his life. It could have been me changing the trajectory of his life. Didn't affect me at all. I hope the teacher's doing well. I hope they're all doing well. But yeah, I am a snitch. That's how it goes. I saw some. I keep seeing these ads online for these barefoot shoes, and it just I don't even know what like they call them barefoot shoes, but it's just shoes with like the imprint of toes, and like you can see the little toe outlines on the end of the shoe. And I just remember that was a thing back in the day. That was like when I was growing up, and maybe the teens. I just remember there was a shoe it was like a water shoe where you like had a slot for each of your toes, and I just thought it would look like the stupidest shit ever. And I think this shoe looks bad too. Like, who wants shoes that have toe sections, little toe cubbies? Who wants a fucking shoe that looks like that? Is it better for your foot? I don't know. I think that's the argument they're saying is like, you should be walking on your natural feet. Should we? I don't know. Is that a thing? Is clothing a bad? We're just basically saying we shouldn't be wearing clothing. Are the advancements we've made in clothing bad things? I don't think so. You want people to walk on rocks? Like, why do we need shoes with toe? They look stupid too. It's not even. It's not a fashion statement either. They look fucking idiotic. Walk around with your little toe. No, I don't want to see your toes. This is fucking gross. Put those away. Your dirty ass toe. I don't care if they're through the thing. I can still see them wiggling your toe like a grown man wearing toe shoes. That's as I wear flip flops in my house. Some people have that same vitriol towards flip flops. Fuck you guys. These toe shoes are worse. I also don't wear these flip flops out that often. I wear them on vacation. If it's like a vacation vibe. Like, I'm going to the Dominican Republic later this month. I'm going to wear my flip-flops. Hell yeah. I'm going to wear them into the town as I get kidnapped. You're going to know it's me because there's going to be one flip-flop left on the sidewalk. There's going to be a missing persons report. Almost famous. They always, when someone goes missing, they hype up. Like, when an actor dies, no matter who the actor is, it could be the least famous actor. They showed in like one episode of like Friends. It's like, legendary actor dies. That's what's going to happen to me. If I ever go missing or die, super famous TikTok, legendary TikTok comedian. It's like literally no one knows who I am. Random dude. A random guy you've never heard of, and I'll take the legendary guys. Super viral, amazing sensation. They do it, that's what they call it. Internet sensation. Internet sensation Matt Lipari goes missing because he's a fucking idiot. But yeah, these shoes, you deserve to get kidnapped if you're wearing barefoot shoes. I don't even know. Does it feel bad? I should honestly buy them just to test. I have to do the things that I hate the most. That's the only way you grow in life is to confront your fears. I'm not saying I fear the barefoot shoes, but if one of them was hovering close to my mouth, I would run. I would scream. I don't know why shoes are near my mouth. If I was going to get curb stomped by a barefoot foot, I might as well just kill myself. Might as well just kill my barefoot shoe. Ugh. That's gross. Just imagine your toes too, just like I used to hate wearing socks because like some socks have like a seam on them that would just irritate my toes. And I just imagine just like shoving my foot into like a socket, and then that's my shoe for the day. Just have no breath. Just oh god, oh god. If I see one of those, I've never seen one in the wild. So everyone knows they're stupid. Somehow we're still trying to sell them. Everyone knows. Okay, I hate the way some people speak. That's what I'm going to say. I hate shoes people. I hate the way some people speak. Accents really bother me. Some of them do. Not even accents, just the way words. I'm not talking about a stutter. I'm not talking about. It's mostly. I'm going to say this. I'm sorry, girls, but it's mostly certain women's accents. It's just like the way they like. I don't know how to describe it. It's like too much back of the throat movement. That sounds wrong. This is not. It's like too much like throatiness. I can't even replicate it. But they just like that kind of sound, like when there's talk. And it just like hits a certain, I can't even listen to them. I can't listen to them. There's plenty of people I hate the way they speak. I can't listen to anything they're saying. It's so like, that's what one of my fears is like, I'm going to meet the most beautiful woman I've ever seen who's in love with me. We have so much in common. And then she speaks like that. I can't do it. I actually can't. I would have to run away. I would need to like change. I would snip her vocal cords in the middle of the night. Please change. Please change. If a genie gave me 3 wishes, just please make her sound. I don't take the other 2 wishes. Make her sound normal. I don't know what that voice is, and sometimes it's fine. Sometimes it like comes out a little bit, but sometimes I don't even have examples of who speaks like that. I don't know if that many famous people speak like that. So maybe it's an indicator that if you speak like that, you're not going to be famous. Some people think my voice sounds annoying, which okay, I get it, whatever. But yeah, and then there's plenty of other accents, like a heavy New York accent, like a Long Island accent or a Brooklyn accent. Not a fan of either. My own hometown, I'm not a fan of it. I just think I don't know how to explain this. Like why I grew up in New York, I grew up in Queens. Why don't I have these accents? I have plenty of family in Long Island. Why don't they have accents? What happened? Why'd you guys learn this random accent? Half the people here don't have this accent. What are you guys doing? It was in my mind. It's like it's your choice. You shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have learned that accent, which is definitely not right. But sometimes it makes me think you're stupid if you have a heavy accent like that, which is not always the truth. That is a stereotype that is deep within me that I have to banish. But yeah, it bothers me, and I don't know. I'm sure every culture had it's kind of hard to tell. Like with British accents, there's so many different dialects, but to us, it's kind of like we can maybe only identify a few of them. As an American, I don't really know. I'm not familiar with everything. Same with the United States. I'm sure it goes the other way. Like an American accent versus some like there's Baltimore accent, Chicago accent, Southern accents, blah blah blah. Some of them are just so annoying. And it's not. It's like the vocal fry, like a Kim Kardashian voice. Sometimes that's not even that annoying to me. There's like an extra. That's what I'm talking about before with the throatiness. It's just a little bit of extra on top of that. The whipped cream on top of the vocal fry. That's just ugh. I can't even replicate it. There was a video I remember. Okay, if you guys, this is impossible to find. There was a video of a lady farting. She was like making some food and then she farted and I made a video about it. It wasn't a good video at all. It was one of the first videos I made. It was like back when I just started, maybe a month after I started making videos consistently. And her voice, I just remember, was so bothering to me. I was almost going to make the video about her voice, but I was like, no one else is going to agree with me. Her voice bothered me so much. Oh my God. I think the way she pronounced cream cheese, it was like she was making bagels and she farted, whatever. She just farted in the middle of making bagels and she left it in the video. That was funny. But I think the way she pronounced cream was like cream. I can't do it. It was just so, ugh. Oh, and it's like and I watched another video. I was like, I need to see if this keeps happening. Oh my God, every time. It's like, this is a nightmare. I can't live like this. How does this woman live like this? So I'm sure everyone else is fine with that accent, but it just bothers me. I don't know where it's from. I don't think it's if I had to guess, it'd be like from California or something, but I don't think it is. I need to do field research. I need to get back to you guys. I need to like find, anytime I see someone with that accent, I just look up where they are. Because I hate it so much. It sounds like misogyny. Just when women speak, every time a word comes out of a woman's mouth, I hate it. They can't say anything useful to me. All right, final talking point. I don't know how much time I've been speaking here, but I feel like these podcasts have been a little light recently. I need more talking points. It's hard to come up with a bunch of topics in a week. But I do it. I'll do it for you guys. I'm trying to get these to an hour. I feel like we're at like 40 minutes right now, maybe. We'll get there. There's been some that have been an hour. Commenting on videos, I want to talk about that. I never comment on videos. I almost think commenting is an insane thing to do, which is also crazy. My opinions are not making sense today. Like, to me, when I comment on a video, it better be, it's like, it's an important thing I'm commenting. Or it's like, I really feel the need to, like, on a normal day, I don't think I will comment on I probably go months between commenting on videos. Truly months. I'll just like a video and then go on with my day. Commenting is insane to me. So, in that vein, like, I don't comment on things, but I support everyone who does comment. I think it's fine. I like responding to comments. I'll respond to my own comment. I'm very selfish. I'll respond to my own comments. But I don't comment positive things, let alone negative I don't think I've ever commented a negative thing on a video in my life. I could watch the worst video ever. I've never commented a negative thing. Maybe when I was younger, but I don't even think so. I don't think I ever commented. It's just insane to me. And maybe, I don't know, this is not really related to my own videos or people commenting negative stuff because they really don't. But every once in a while, it's just like the comment doesn't even make sense. It's like a video that it could have like millions of likes, and they're like, "This is not funny. You're not funny." Like, bro, a million people thought this was funny. Just you don't have to think. Sometimes I'll watch a video that has a million likes, and I'm like, "This is not funny." I keep that to myself because obviously people think it's funny. I'm wrong. I am wrong in this. There's a big subset of people who are fine with this. I'm going to leave it alone. My opinion doesn't matter in this case, which is how most people should be thinking about that. So I think it's crazy. I guess we do think our opinion matters a lot. It's like the stupid thing people do where they like will tell you if they're unfollowing you. Like someone, I forgot what they said. It was kind of funny. They like on Instagram, I think they were the word they used like, "I finally outgrown your comedy. Like, thank you for the laughs." I thought that was funny. Like, I don't even know what that means. But like, whatever. You can unfollow me. Plenty of people unfollow me all the time. On Instagram, like if you check the stats, like a lot of times I'm losing. I think a lot of it's like bot accounts being deleted and whatever. But I'm losing a lot of followers a day. Like sometimes you lose like 100 and you'll gain 100. So it's like nothing happened. You just had a net zero. But that's what's been happening to me all the time. I'm just losing and gaining followers. Plenty of people are unfollowing me. But the idea, like, you can just do that by yourself. I've never unfollowed someone and told them that I was doing that. No, they don't care. I don't really care. It's fine. Like, I'm not going to change my comedy. I don't think it's possible to outgrow my comedy. I'm that good. But if you think that's fine, then go ahead, whatever. But the idea that just, like, I don't know. It's like, and then people make this stupid joke, like, "This is not an airport. You don't have to announce your departure." Like, yeah, they're right, honestly. It's a stupid joke, but they're right. Like, you don't have to do that. It's just, I don't know. People think that their opinion matters too much, and I guess I do too because I'm making a podcast. But I don't know. I think my opinion matters to people who want to hear it. Like I'm not trying to force my opinion on people who are not trying to hear it. So I don't know. But yeah, comment on videos if you want to. Comment hate on videos if you want to. Just like some more reflection should be in order. Like you should know that most people don't care about your comment. It's not going to make a difference. There's no point in saying it. Keep it to yourself. If I watch a video that I'm not interested in, there's a button on TikTok. You click not interested. I don't think it works. There's plenty of times I've clicked not interested in a creator. They show up anyway. I'm sure that's happened with some people who are watching my videos. They're like, "I hate this guy. Click not interested." I guess you got to block me if you want. That's going too far. But yeah, that's the button I use. If I don't like something, not interested, I would never comment. If it was something crazy again, if it was like a slander piece, like Matt Lipari has been sneaking into the mall and looking up people's skirts in the dressing rooms, and I just wasn't doing that. I guess if I was doing that, that'd be a big problem. But if I wasn't, I'd be like, "What the heck?" I'd probably make a video response in that case. I don't think if someone was accusing me of that and making a whole video, and my response was just like, "Nah, I didn't do that" in the comments, that'd be kind of ridiculous. I have to make a whole video essay apology. "Hey guys," the typical YouTuber apology. "I messed up. I thought the women wanted me to look up their skirts. They were inviting me in. There was a crack under the door. I thought that meant I could go in. They wanted me to look." So no, yeah. So I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. We're getting off the rails. Thank you guys for watching once again. This is a fun episode. I enjoyed this episode. Not that I don't enjoy some of them, but can't wait to play pickleball later. Very excited. Again, if you want to support the podcast, go to meetsangria.com. You can get a Save the Carrot Meister hat, which I'm not wearing. I don't have one with me right now. I should have brought one. You can also just tell me how much you love me. If you want to watch this podcast on YouTube, the video version, you can do that if you're not already. Leave a comment if you dare. I promise I will like the comment and not make fun of you for writing comments in the first place. And have an amazing week, everyone. Cheers.